Hello everyone. Today we have Sasha as a guest. Sasha is engaged in fulfillment and sales on Amazon. Today we will find out how it is done, how Sasha came to this, and what he went through. Provide more information about your work.
We have a total of 3 warehouses in Las Vegas, with 1 in Orlando, Florida. Our plan for this year is to open another warehouse in Dallas, Texas.
In Los Angeles,
In LA, we have nothing because it is economically unprofitable to maintain a fulfillment center in Los Angeles, California, due to the state's pricing policy and the workforce in the state as well. Much more convenient, it is advantageous to work in the states that are in close proximity. Well, let's say we picked Nevada. Nevada is just 200 miles from California, and prices there are half as high as in California. Thanks to this, we can offer great prices to our clients. Thanks to this, we can provide very good working conditions for our employees. Thanks to our employees' long-term, high-quality work, we are extremely happy about it.
what products do you sell the most? Or do you just sell a variety of products from A to Z?
We have 2 business directions. We have a wholesale business where we sell everything, absolutely everything. There is another sales sector, private label, sell more products under private label.
There are multiple categories of merchandise. We have plates, we offer backyard shelters and so forth.
All these stories.
How did you get here? Why Amazon?
I arrived at this specific point from the exact moment in time when I lived in the country of Russia. We did not have incredibly cool marketplaces at that time. I was involved in the industry of mobile phones, reselling them on local marketplaces for buyers in the area. Then when I relocated to the United States, I had already become familiar with Amazon. I comprehended the magnitude and the overall awesomeness. The primary coolness factor of Amazon during that time was that in order to be considered cool within the Amazon ecosystem and to achieve high sales volumes, it was not necessary to have an exceptionally cool staff of employees. In fact, out of 1,000 people, there was no requirement for super cool financing or a need to directly, somehow globally approach the brand in order to succeed. You can start with 1 person, you can start with 2 people, it will be absolutely no problem. So, you step by step develop your brand from scratch. And what is so cool about it, you know how important it is to be able to develop at the moment when you still do not know what your company will be like in 2 or 3 years, considering the fact that this is not your first business and the future is uncertain. Because you began, aimlessly, I will trade hookahs. Let's say, yes, I have such and such hookahs there. When you start trading and realize that, in principle, the main profit won't come from these hookahs, but it'll be, for example, from the caps under the hookahs, which will cost us 10x more. And you're like, boom, let's make caps. And do you have any contacts there, for example, at a factory in India who can help with production? And everything, your brand is already redirecting a bit in a different way. Here, Amazon allowed to do it. Thanks to this, you could develop precisely at the moment. It was really cool. And in connection with all of these moments, Amazon is extremely cool for those dudes who are developing a brand from scratch.
In my understanding, a brand takes off when you have organic sales that are already growing and allow you to cover the cost of advertising, the cost of the product, and the cost of warehouse employees.
The brand went when you're organic, sales are already growing and allowing. You need to cover advertising costs, the cost of the product, the cost of warehouse employees, and display a plus, at least 10%. This signifies that the brand is alive. This signifies that everything is in progress and functioning.
Is it a good time to start on Amazon now? Because I heard from my friends who sell on Russian marketplaces. To the Russian audience there, also the post-Soviet space marketplaces, they say it's very easy to start because reviews are cheap and advertising is relatively inexpensive. Here they emerge, they claim advertising is costly, and it's not easy to start all this. There you spend about a year getting established, and after that you start earning.
I recently heard the following opinion from a very cool Amazon expert, with which I completely agree without any doubt whatsoever. Now there are no fewer new companies, now there are no fewer new brands that are starting their development, starting their launch on Amazon today. They just have different approaches. Amazon modified the rules of the game throughout the years that have transpired since my commencement, let's say, to be more precise. Because if we're talking about the year 2016, it was enough, to write on the knee that my brand will be called like this, take photos with an iPhone, slap it on Amazon, and that's it. we're selling, no need for complicated strategies or extensive marketing campaigns. Then step by step, we draw some picture from the category, take professional photos, create a professional brand name, register the brand, and so on. Now, Amazon requires everyone to do it all simultaneously. Now, the methods of promoting products have simply undergone a change. If prior to your arrival, you were able to enter, review yourself, and depart, now the process operates in a slightly distinct manner. Now it is necessary to connect special strategies that are currently available on Amazon, that is, to connect vines. Now you need to connect. Works very cool when you connect influencers, when you interact with.
Social media? Yep. To direct social media traffic to the brain.
Yes, it functions extremely well. Just, I reiterate, the regulations of the game have been altered. Game features remain unchanged.
You started in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. Just heard about Amazon, decided to give it a try, and you were successful. You also handle fulfillment. Define fulfillment for me.
I started in 2016 and I didn't succeed. I started in 2016, I had failures. I experienced a highly challenging failure in the year 2017, specifically in the year 2018. What I am prepared to commence once more and not be afraid of my losses simply helped to make a cool start in the year 2020, which holds great promise and potential for growth and success. So in the year 2020, there was my significant start, and since that time, I have been working on the development of these 3 directions. And they work well. But what am I saying this for? Because if such a story happened that you tried, and within a year it didn't work out for you, it doesn't mean that you should give up. This implies that you must take experience, analyze it, and based on all this experience, initiate a fresh start.
Your toughest failure while moving towards the point where everything began getting active for you?
My largest failure occurred when I attempted to launch a private label brand. I made the mistake of purchasing a product with all of my funds, bringing it to the USA, and neglecting to invest in the expenses associated with acquiring new products for the entire venture. And to start advertising. Well, when it comes to advertising, I understood that I would have to pay for it, but I thought, okay, fine, I have more money that I can spend on this advertising. But you must understand that with the initial product batch, you won't earn anything. And at best, if you recover the purchase cost. But again, while fundraising, you can't be out of stock. So Amazon can't show 0 stocks while you're purchasing. Yes, you leave then, you fall in Amazon rankings, and all the money you spend on this advertising just flies away. So it is simply work that leads to nowhere. And this was my significant mistake that I deeply regret. Because sales started, sales picked up, and it was necessary to purchase the next batch of product. No money.
You have to wait until everything is sold, and everything is being sold, you buy, and everything.
And you can consider that what you spent on the first batch, you simply gave away.
Start again. Yes, and everything is recorded once more. Yes, well, it's not like the largest, truly challenging peel, but it was extremely painful, unpleasant, and unforgettable. What was your emotional response when you became aware that your plans were not in alignment with the actual circumstances?
Speak directly?
Sure.
I felt absolutely terrible. What else can I possibly say in this situation?
And it was generally very offensive because, when you start a business, you sit there and think, I will purchase a fur coat, damn it, or something else,
Yes.
Now they will earn money. These are your accumulated savings.
These are your accumulated ones. They fly away. Yes, they're flying away. What windbreaker. It'll be enough to pay rent. You sit, think, damn, next time, lucky. In this case, when you have a really strong failure, the most important thing is to just relax, concentrate, and gather strength. Look around you, what options you have, where you can find a way out of this situation. Don't be afraid to start from scratch. Just give yourself a chance, allow yourself to make a fresh start.
What assisted you in getting through your mindset? Did you reconsider, thinking to yourself, that's it, I shouldn't do it anymore? Or did you have the thought, okay, fine, I missed a little, now I'll take a moment to reflect and start over again from the beginning? Your initial?
I went on vacation for a period of 2 weeks. I departed on credit, meaning there was no money remaining at all.
And I'm thinking, damn, I need to restart because I need to somehow release myself from this situation.
I embarked on a vacation with utmost focus on relaxation, not work, in order to distance myself from this problem, to escape from it because it has already happened, and now I am contemplating what steps to take next to address it. I was capable of switching to that place. I was capable of perceiving my mistake in a different manner and discovering a point of growth in this error. Because you know how it happens sometimes? Sometimes you may come up with a cool idea and it will be productive. However, you are still too young to implement this idea as you do not possess enough resources to bring this innovative concept to life at this point in time.
And that does not mean you are incorrect or that you should abandon it. Just take a different perspective on this idea and don't give up on it.
From which side can you approach this idea? What aspect of this idea can you cover by yourself? And based on this, create a different direction for the business. This is how fulfillment was born for me, because I did not have sufficient funds for my own projects during that period, but I am knowledgeable about assisting individuals in creating their products.
Because you've done it?
Of course.
Okay.
And I simply commenced making announcements regarding please, those who desire, those who are already cool, big, strong, kindly come. I will affix stickers on the box specifically for you.
Send products?
Yes.
Wow, that's cool.
That's it, in this way.
That's a really cool pivot. I started here, had a hop, and it turned into your business. It's quite big from what I understand now.
At the moment, yes.
Tell me a little about fulfillment. What exactly does it represent?
What is fulfillment? Let's envision that we have individuals who participate in trading on electronic commerce platforms in the United States of America, specifically in the USA market. They need an intermediary, a warehouse where their products will be stored, their products will be processed, various actions will be taken with this product, but from the category. You are situated in Los Angeles, while I am located in Vegas. You are my client. You inform me, Sasha, that I will be of service to you, but you emphasize the necessity of having access to the products. You also stress the importance of conducting a thorough product inspection in order to obtain fresh product photos and other relevant information. All of us are involved in this endeavor. What makes us a convenient choice for our clients is the fact that you can rest assured about the warehousing aspect. Instead, you can direct your focus towards your core business processes, specifically the ones that are most critical, without having to be concerned about the sphere that may not be of interest to you.
As far as I understand, you are still making pre-products? Repairing is probably the English term kitting if you need to assemble. In English, kitting. Yes, product came in parts, you assemble it.
Yes, we do everything. We accept removals when returns from customers, returns from Amazon. We accept it all, we do it all. In addition, we also evaluate the quality of removal. Well, I mean, we can disband removals for, let's say, this new removals here used, let's say, there you can't sell, yes, it needs to be thrown away, and so on and so forth and whatnot. That is, we make an assessment, we do a complete check, we rebuild the production. So we recently had a very interesting story. The individuals are selling swings. The main problem is that they had mentioned only one length of ropes in their product description. Actually, the Chinese manufactured ropes of varying lengths. The story unfolded in such a way that our team ended up acquiring all the removals from the Amazon rainforest. Amazon requested removals to be made, accepted all removals, cut off part of the ropes by centimeters. Fine. They collected, retied, and sent again. In principle, we provide a full range of services.
With what can you start a fulfillment business on Amazon?
Fulfillment business can be initiated from a garage, like I did. If there is robust financing, it is preferable to commence with warehouses and ideally have multiple docks on site, so that the warehouse is prepared to accommodate substantial shipments.
Is it a tough business or is it hard to start it?
I am not aware of any straightforward business that you could start from the category of sitting and chilling, where you can relax and take it easy.
What is your overall mindset or mentality when it comes to approaching and dealing with various aspects of life, including work and its challenges? How are you focused at all? Did you get up, fall, get up, catch your breath, and continue walking, or what? Listen, I recently arrived at the conclusion that we should live for pleasure. and be capable of bringing benefit to our work and other people. This is the most significant and imperative thing we can do in our lives.
We frequently, as entrepreneurs, overlook the most crucial thing, in my perspective. Express gratitude to yourself for what we have achieved. We possess a remarkable standard and often fail to appreciate our own actions. So from the category, well, I reached that point, but I could have achieved even better. Like if I had implemented this, it would have been really cool. Nevertheless, I genuinely possess such a trait, and I consistently strive to provide the person with the highest possible level of service and assistance.
Like approach from all sides, and is this client definitely satisfied? What does he need to do to be super satisfied?
And now he is super happy, everything is cool. And I was happy, for the fact that he is satisfied, but it didn't bring me any, any benefit. You must express gratitude to yourself. You must have self-respect. And based on the level of coolness displayed in your demeanor, indeed, you will experience significant personal growth and become even cooler. How I see it now, seriously, because until a certain point in time, I didn't take a single dollar out of the business at all. I invested all in business. I traveled there, only God knows how. I resided in the most affordable conditions imaginable. And at a specific moment in time, I came to the realization that it not only doesn't assist me, but it actually makes me worse. Because you will never have the opportunity to live this day again, except in the present moment. And in this particular case, it is of utmost importance today to allocate time, financial resources, and show respect towards yourself. Make the most of this precious day. Even the utmost respect would be given the highest priority in every situation.
Cool words.
This is an incredibly awesome and impressive thing. I'm completely blown away.
What guidance would you offer to individuals who possess ideas but are uncertain about how to commence them in a general sense?
First of all, evaluate your idea in terms of whether you want to pursue it. Imagine, you simply know. You always need to visualize and picture moments very coolly in relation to imagining that I already have it in my possession at all times. I already possess it today, and I earn money from it. This constitutes my primary source of income. Am I content with the activity I am engaged in? Occasionally, we reflect on our ideas, as if they were a lifeline that can rescue us. And that's all, from that particular situation. Here, I put forth all my efforts, but I don't contemplate whether it will bring me pleasure when it assists me in accomplishing my objectives and goals. Do you understand? Well, I mean, I want to start a fulfillment business, but I don't have the money. It's hard, tough. And then bam, you start making income and you can already scale. You can already think about certain aspects of how to develop this business, how you can help people and so on. But you don't want to think about it because you're always busy with, damn, it seems like I'm doing something wrong. I'm doing some bullshit. I need to find a new business. And here's the problem. Thus, the utmost important thing is to comprehend where this idea originated when it came to you. This idea came about because there is nothing else to do? Or did this idea come because you really want to do it?
Number 2.
Evaluate your strengths. The utmost crucial aspect in our existence is to not defecate on ourselves. Well, what if, in order to possess the capability to recover from unforeseen circumstances? In this case, I wanted to say that it is very important to calculate the budget. It is very important to calculate your capabilities. And thirdly, create good for people. Everything in our life is energy. And everything in our life is the exchange of these energies, And here you go, it's cool when, life moments when someone approaches you there, Oleg, listen, can you help? You merely provide free help, they express gratitude, and you're like, whoa, that's awesome.
Someone was pleased.
Yes, you have charged more with energy, in fact, than you would have charged with this money, roughly speaking. I never even employ individuals when they inform me, listen, I simply require a job, very much in need of stable employment opportunities. I do not want to deal with this bullshit at all. However, you pay the normal amount of money, so I will work for you. In this situation, it's best to say no, because you're entering a zone of dissatisfaction where everyone will be dissatisfied, You'll be unhappy with your employee, and the employee will be unhappy with you as you're not needed. He needs money.
The last question, probably What are your plans for further development, and what do you have now? Maybe some project you are still developing.
Now I have a requirement. I arrived at the conclusion that I have a necessity for engaging in public activity. And at present, I am in the process of initiating a sales course on the e-commerce platform Amazon. Course, right? Yes, that is, I will be instructing individuals on how to successfully sell products on the Amazon platform. Furthermore, I will be conducting a wide range of masterclasses on sales and fulfillment strategies. In fulfillment, our plan for this year is to open an additional warehouse in Dallas. Additionally, we are currently developing sales and working on many new projects, taking step-by-step approach. In the near future, I will be delighted to present these projects as well.
And here's the very last one. And aren't you afraid that you are doing a course, you are just giving ideas to everyone for free? I want to express the mindset of an individual to the general public who is prepared to share their personal experience. And aren't you afraid that you will grow competitors or something like that?
Competitors are cool because I can talk about the complete and comprehensive human business. We frequently encounter competitors at various conferences, and we all communicate and interact within the same circle and network. We strive to compete organically correctly when you do not hinder each other's growth, but when you learn from each other, exchange knowledge, and collaborate to develop your business together, fostering mutual growth and success. I have a completely positive and optimistic attitude towards competitors in any field, because competitors play a crucial role in helping you grow. They motivate you to never stand still, and there is nothing more valuable than that in life.
Great. Many thanks, Sasha. Your help is truly appreciated.
Thank you.
Had an awesome chat.
Okay.